check in. He hits both from the stripe. Advantage last year here. This crowd knows how to get into an opponent's head.
Part of why the Jazz were able to eke out over 500 last season at home. Ended up 21-20 by winning 4 of their last 5 home games.
And you know, with Utah's play at home, they played in a very jazzy way. No pun intended. And by that I mean grinding it out. They were really strong on the glass, as they were second in the league in rebounding differential at home.
And Utah being so good at home is one reason why they've been so competitive for the majority of their seasons. After last year, they became the only team not to lose 60 games in a season.
Covington can't get it to go, so Utah will take it the other way.
Nothing dropping for him, so I think in the best interest of his team, he may need to think about not shooting right now.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Here's Hood. Pass to Wiles. Jacks up a
effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
Well, you know, so I mean, he had missed his 5 prior shots.
Dishes it to Hood. Three-pointer, Hayward, and he gets it to go. Hayward's got 7.
The shooting percentage is really solid so far, fellas. Good start to this game for him.
And you know, Gordon Hayward was involved in one of the more fascinating NBA draft stories. It started after his father confirmed that Gordon would submit his name to the draft, but would not immediately hire an agent.
Yeah, reportedly, Dad created a highly detailed 2-page questionnaire that he gave prospective agents, which is not something that's typical.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Burks comes in for Rodney Hood, and it's Exum in for Mack. The 76ers again can't hit it. Jazz leading by 5. Noel dishes to Smith.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Smith hits them both. Here's Exum. Now here's Burks. Out to Hayward. Burks in the corner. Back to Hayward. Okafor with the steal. And it's Smith penetrating. Here's Noel. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And on the topic of Hayward hiring an agent, it was reported that the questionnaire was just the beginning, and that prospective agents also went through quite a grilling. In addition to that, you talk about a thorough process.
And Utah making a change here. Booker's checked in. The drive by Thompson. The game now all time.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through.
Now here's Exum. Defense is right there. No good from Booker.
You know, back to Hayward. Obviously, his first NBA contract was subject to the rookie wage scale, but his second contract, 4-year max deal. So whatever the Haywards have done as far as agent vetting, it's paid off.
The 76ers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And you know, Utah might not have finished 500 on the season, but they did finish 500 against the Eastern Conference. Went 15 and...
Now here's Exum. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Burks. And for the Jazz, getting the wins, Greg, out of conference, you were just talking about that, was a big key for him. Helps them keep pace, Clark, in this rugged Western Conference.
And I thought the Jazz got better and better as the season wore on. They started slowly against the East last year, but won 5 of their last 6 out of conference.
Here's Exum after the Sixers pick up 2. Pass to Wiles. score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Out to the right wing. Grant gets a wide open look. No good on the three. Jazz have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. That's good. And the Jazz lead by 2.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Can't make good off the screen.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
And the Jazz pushing it up now. Here's Burks. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Philadelphia with the ball. 4-point game.
Did they let him get that wide open?
Utah's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. The pass to Lyles. He feeds it to Exum. Now the dish to Booker. He kicks to Exum. Here's Ingles. 5 on the clock. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Feeds to Landry. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Number 12. Utah timeout called.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. Last season, the first season of action for Nerlens Noel, officially a rookie after sitting out the 2014 season. He looked good, and he got better as the season was going on.
A great point. I think that year off really helped him grow as a player. Coming into the draft when he came out, he was a guy who I thought had one of the most unbelievable motors I had ever seen. And you know what? Everything he was hyped up to be, he lived up to on the defensive end.
And for Noel, I really think he took off in the back half of the season. Upped his scoring, his shooting percentage, and his rebounding. You could see him getting better almost every game.
And by the end of the season last year, Noel was completely different as a player. Always a defensive force in the league. His development is probably going faster than many expected.
And there's 1:45 left to play in the first quarter. Back to Thompson. 76ers moving the ball around. Landry gets the bucket.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Utah shooting at a nice 53% rate to start the game. They are sticking to the campaign. To the wing on the left. Booker with it. He's against Landry. No good from Booker.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Kicks to Noel from 10 feet out, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And last year, quite a rookie campaign for Nerlens Noel. He had the ACL injury he sustained in college. Missed his first full season with the Sixers. And like you've talked about, you know, he came back and really, with a flourish, made a mark his first year in the league.
Yeah, and Kevin, a lot of people wondered, how would he bounce back from that knee? And I'd have to say it was pretty good. I mean, finished third in the voting for Rookie of the Year.
Philadelphia with the ball after the basket by Utah. There's a screen by Noel. Grant outside. He dishes it to Noel. 11 feet away. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And another lead change here. How many of these are we going to have tonight?
I'm not quite sure, but I'm willing to bet it'll be more than a few.
Now, here's Exum. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Ingles can't get it to go.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Jacks up a 3. And Carl Landry picks up the foul. That's his first foul. 19 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. The feed now to Ingles. Pass to Lyles. And here's Exum. Buries it from three-point range. Exum's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Jazz lead by 2. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Jazz.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
Favors and Gobert, the shot-blocking duo inside. And it's Hayward, and it's Hood in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
His three-pointers off the mark. The 76ers shooting a meager 37% for the game. Smith kicks to Stauskas. Pass to Embiid. Dishes to Smith. He's looking for Okafor and finds him. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Shelvin Max checked in for the Jazz. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Isaiah Cannon, he's checked in for Stauskas. Passes it to Hood. He feeds it to Gobert. Favors against Embiid. Here's Hood. The three-pointer, no good. And here are the 76ers now. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter, and they're able to recover. Down low. The basket good off the assist. And the Jazz lead by 2.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Here's Cannon. Here's Smith. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Mack the pass to Gobert. Rebounded by Covington. The 76ers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Here's Cannon, defended by Hayward. Cannon dishes to Smith. To the paint, here's Covington, and the go-ahead. Clark for a while. The 76ers really loading up on young players, letting them see a lot of minutes, and we're hoping it's going to bear some fruit, as you like to say, coming up.
Exactly, and it will in time because they've accumulated some really nice young talent, Kevin.
There's the pass to Cannon. The dish to Okafor. It's tipped. Feeds it to Hayward. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And with the 76ers, it's not just on the floor that they have stifled the progress. That they've taken 2 top picks knowing they would sit out a full year just to rehab injuries.
The first free throw is good.
You know, one thing few people talk about with the Sixers, this plan of building through the draft and with young players, what if it actually works to their benefit? Then it would become a copycat strategy, because we know in the NBA, it's a herd mentality if something works.
Now here is Smith. Okafor kicks to Smith, and he gets it to go. Smith's got 6 points. Embiid's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Smith kicks to Cannon. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Utah's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Gobert dishes to Hayward. He kicks it to Hood. Launches a 3, and that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And Utah making a change here. Burks is checked in. Jazz leading by 5. Here's Hood. He has 7. Here's Favors. You know, Clark, the thing you like about Derek Favors is he keeps adding to his game every year. You forget how young he is, too.
That's exactly right. We need a reminder. This guy came into the league very early, right after a year of college. Seems like he's been around forever.
Carl Landry's checked in for the 76ers. The 76ers trail by 7. Kicks to Covington. From 13, he squares up and sinks it. Covington's got 6 points.
You know, that part of the floor, guys, is more or less his real sweet spot, right in his wheelhouse.
Here's Burks. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Here's Covington. 6 points for him. Smith, the pass to Okafor. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Now here's Gobert. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
Maybe next time.
Here's Okafor. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Gobert's got his first points in this one. The 76ers trail by 5. Smith kicks to Okafor. He dishes it to Covington. Back to Okafor. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Smith outside. Shot clock at 5. Gobert with the block. And they're able to recover. And it's Okafor missing.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
That's good. Hayward's got the lead up to 7 now for Utah.
Yeah, heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Picked by Okafor. Cannon dishes to Okafor. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Utah was so tough near the end of last season, Greg. They weren't going to make the playoffs, but they did give other teams some trouble.
That's a great point. And how about going 19-10 after the All-Star break? Another team that would have been in the playoffs if they were in the East.
Lyles check in for Utah. Dante Exum comes in for Rodney Hood. Now here's Exum. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Okafor with the steal. Here's Cannon. Burks with the double team. Defended by Gobert. The offensive rebound. Jazz leading by 7. Hayward passes to Burks. Here's Lyles. Cannon with the rebound.
And, you know, for the Jazz, you mentioned their post-All-Star break surge. I I mean, that 19-10 record they had after the break was good enough for 6th best in the league.
And the Jazz pushing it up now. Burks leading the charge.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
And here are the 76ers now. They trail by 9 points. Now here's Gobert. Defense is right there. Gets the front of the rim and out.
And really, the Jazz were a team nobody wanted to play after the break. They were over 500 against the rest of the West and had some big wins over playoff teams in the process.
Jazz have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Burks with it. Now defended by Grant. Gobert. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. And now it's an 11-point Jazz lead.
Way too many shots in close, and he's got to get his guys to cut that down in terms of points in the paint.
Clearly the reason for the timeout, Greg. I mean, he wants his guys to toughen up inside and start protecting the rim.
A different look for Utah. Booker, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert, and it's Joe Ingles in for Gordon Hayward. Philadelphia also making some changes. Nerlens Noel checks in for Okafor. Hollis Thompson comes in for Carl Landry. And Stauskas subbed in for Isaiah Cannon. Here's Noel. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. And once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
Now here's Exum. Now Burks. 6 to shoot. The feed now to Ingles. Pulls it up. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
And that one's good.
That's a precision shot. You've got to be precise. No room for error on the floater.
Exum passes to Lyles. Lets it go with a 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Noel's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Stauskas. It's blocked. To the middle. Here's Exum. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Exum's got 5 now.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Pass to Noel. Shoots from 12. Rebound, Utah.
Boy, I tell you, I thought the Jazz had a big year last season. Looked much tougher than before. A big part of that is how Coach Quinn Snyder helped the team grow. I mean, he looked like a perfect fit in his first year with the franchise.
Thompson outside. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Thompson's got his 2nd basket.
Defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Here's Exum. The 3-pointer is right on target. And the Jazz lead by 10. You were mentioning the Jazz, and they grew last year under Coach Quinn Snyder in his first year. You know, Greg, he did the same thing with teams when he was a coach in the D-League.
That's a great point, Kevin. And beyond the growth that the Jazz showed, I think everyone in Utah was pleased with the style of play. I mean, Coach Snyder's got the team back to playing hard defense and really grinding out wins.
Stolen by Grant. And Thompson kicks to Stauskas. Burks pulls it in.
You know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
The 76ers trail by 10. Dishes it to Stauskas to the left wing. Burks covering. Soft touch off the glass. He has 6.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now here's Booker. Another miss by Utah.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Here's Stauskas. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Pass to Noel. from 12 feet out. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
And that one's good.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Here's Exum. No good from outside. And we've reached halftime in this one.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Gordon Hayward has been all over the floor tonight. He had 13 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. And Shaq, what did you think about what we saw from Utah?
Some great work from them with the 3-ball. They came in with the idea that they can attack this D from long range. They were rotating the ball on the perimeter and letting it fly. And they got a good look. It's a strategy that paid off with a barrage of threes. That's my barrage sound, Ernie.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Philadelphia?
Well, they shot under 40% in the first half. There's your deficit. They missed some open looks, wide open. But overall, I thought the offense was stagnant. Look for their coach to draw up some specific plays to try to jumpstart them in the second.
Well, that's all for now, as it looks like the second half is just about ready to get started. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Really an incredible game from Gordon Hayward.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
Kicking off the second half, here's Brett Brown's foul. We've got Okafor. Isaiah Cannon is out there with Smith. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Covington in at the 3 spot. Jazz leading by 7. Here's Hood, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
And guys, as many rookies do, Rodney Hood hit some major bumps in the road last season. I mean, he came in with the reputation of having an NBA-ready jumper, yet only hit 41% of his shots. He had that foot injury that kept him out for a string of games. However, it really all came together for him in April, the last month of the season.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Terrific effort on that shot. I mean, he's given up a lot of inches in that mismatch.
Well, height, who cares about height? I mean, it's just a number. Hey, you got to go with what you got. And he took what he had right at him there.
Shoots from the elbow, and that is good. Hood's got 11 points.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
To the middle, here's Smith. Rebound, Utah. They've led by as many as 11 points.
Well, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at him.
The 76ers trail by 8. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Okafor. Shot is off. Gobert with the defensive effort.
1 for 5 on offense. A slow start here in the second half.
Good. Gets the bucket.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
For Philadelphia, they've gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. And it's Smith penetrating. And it's Smith again missing.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Passes it to Okafor. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Cannon. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Cannon's got 5 points now this quarter.
And unless you have some aerial skills, you cannot pull that off.
Here's Mack, covered by Smith. Mack, no luck. The 76ers trail by 10. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. There's the pass to Okafor. And the layup falls. Okafor's got 6 points. Jazz leading by 8. Here's Favors. Rebound by the 76ers. Covington's got his 4th rebound in this one. And stolen by Hayward. And Favors kicks to Hayward. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Hood dishes to Favors. Again, Favors missing. The 76ers trail by 8. And Smith gets double teamed. And Embiid, the bucket on the assist by Cannon.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense could do.
The 76ers didn't lie to themselves about last season, Greg. They knew they weren't going to be in the playoffs. They spent a lot of time last season developing their young players.
Yeah, exactly. And listen, the third straight year the Sixers would miss the playoffs. But as you said, Kevin, they knew what the season had in store. The key was, could they keep those young guys focused on growth and experience and not get caught up in the fact that they struggled to win games.
Timeout called the 76ers.
And it's clear for the Sixers, the plan has been to continue to add good young players. Eventually, I think they'll be a force in the East. There's no guarantee, but they've got a plan and they're sticking to it.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Landry's checked in. Here's Cannon. He's got 9. Smith on the wing. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Smith's got 8 points.
A lot of teams that win a title often have a former #1 pick leading the way, or at least a top 3 NBA draft pick as their leader. So the 76ers are trying a shotgun approach to that, trying to get as many top 3 picks as they can, hoping one turns into the next superstar.
Landry with the screen for 3. Covington can't get it to go. And Utah the other way now. Hayward outside. Favors attacking. Nato covered by Smith. 3-pointer. Hayward. Rebound by Smith. The 76ers trail by 6. Here's Covington. 6 points for him. And Embiid throws it down.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
And you know, it wasn't just about getting hot offensively. Defensively, they've been stellar as well.
Here's Hood. 13 points in the game. Gobert, the pass to Hood. Clock at 6. And yes, sir, that one drops. And the Jazz lead by 6. 76ers have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Screen by Smith. Here's Covington. Defended by Hayward. Covington with the bucket.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
Outside Favors. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. It's on Carl Landry.
You know, as I watched Derek Favors last season, he continued to develop his offense. He was a big, unpolished athlete. Coming into the league, had some conditioning problems, but now it seems like he's on track to be a force as a power forward.
And the 76ers making a change here. Noel's checked in. Embiid the screen. And Noel kicks to Cannon. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Cannon's got 7 points for the quarter.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
The 76ers trail by 4. And Smith gets double teamed. All sorts of time. Here's Embiid. Rebound, Gordon Hayward. Hayward's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Gobert against Smith. Hayward's got space. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Hayward's got 15.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Smith dishes to Cannon. And Noel kicks to Smith. Embiid the screen. And it's Smith penetrating. He used that pick to get in close. He's got 10.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight. baskets in the paint now.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Lyles checked in for Rudy Gobert, and it's Exum in for Rodney Hood. Hollis Thompson's checked in for Philadelphia, and Embiid throws it down.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
The 76ers trail. Noel with it, now defended by Exum. Noel sets a screen for Smith. Back to Noel. For the tie. Rebounded by the Jazz. Lyles got his third rebound tonight. Three-pointer, Hayward. Smith with some nice D. The 76ers shooting around 48% so far in the third. Covington in the corner. Embiid the screen. Off the screen. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Now, here's Exum. He's covered by Thompson. To the right side. Here's Exum. And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That will get him his fourth foul of the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here. There's the dish to Noel. Thompson passes to Noel. Out left to the wing. Here's Stauskas. Burks covering. Stauskas' shot is off.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job. That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
Thompson right side. This one for three. Rebound, Utah. Burks has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team.
Now here's Booker. Defense is right there. From outside the arc. And Exum gets it to go on the assist by Booker. And now a 7-point Jazz lead. Philadelphia has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Well, Greg, for Brett Brown and the Spurs connection, he was an assistant in San Antonio for 7 years, was really indoctrinated in how the Spurs conducted business, Clark, before coming to the 76ers.
Yeah, he's got an interesting accent, too, a mix of Boston, Australian from where he grew up and where he spent a lot of time, but no doubting his passion and his coaching ability. He's good in both.
He was actually a head coach for Australia for a while in international play. Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Lyles. Favors comes in for Trevor Booker, and Shelvin Max subbed in for Joe Ingles. Favors against Noel. Thompson in the corner. Hits the three-point bomb. Thompson's got 7.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Here's Mack. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Defended by Gobert. Puts it up from 12. Off the left rim and out. Jazz leading by 4. And oh, here we go. Burks got it. Fast break chance.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Feeds to Grant. Gobert with the block.
A chance here to go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to ramp up the speed and make it happen in a hurry.
Burks' shot is good. 26 seconds left in the third. Down low. And slam dunk by Noel.
Up high and down hard with the one-hander.
Got a little extra forceful with that one, didn't he? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I think that's going to rouse up his teammates, no doubt.
Exum kicks to Gobert. Burks dishes to Gobert. Exum with it. Gobert the screen. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
That really could be a morale-crushing three-pointer, fellas. What a way to head into the fourth quarter.
The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. The 76ers trail by 9. The forwards are Hayward and Favors. Shelvin Mack is out there with Hood, and it's Gobert in at the 5. That's the group right now for Utah. Gobert with the block. They get it back. Here's Hayward, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Utah.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Jazz leading by 10. Here's Mack. The drive by Gobert. That is good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Smith kicks to Cannon. Embiid the screen. Gobert with the block. Hood the pass to Favors. Here's Hayward. Can't hit from in close.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
And Mack kicks to Hook from the wing. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his sight.
Favors dishes to Hood. The 3-ball. Good. And the Jazz lead by 10.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Here's Cannon. He feeds it to Covington. Okafor. Here's Covington, and stolen by Favors. Hayward goes in, and there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him
a moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Guys, I was able to listen in on what Quinn Snyder was going over with his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on...
Already, he's letting his guard down out there.
The 76ers trail by 10. Smith kicks to Cannon. Here's the teardrop.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish. Somebody forgot to finish it.
Hayward, that counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Covington's shot is off. Jazz leading by 12. Kicks it to Hood. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got 3 assists in the game. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Embiid the screen. The drive by Smith. Embiid kicks to Covington. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Robert Covington.
Here's Mack. He dishes it to Hood. Puts up a 3. Rebound by Smith.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Favors with the ball. Now defended by Embiid. And it's Favors that time on the assist by Gobert. 12 points for Derek Favors.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
The feed to Covington. Back to Okafor. Smith outside. Okafor sets the pick for Smith. Picked his pocket. One-on-one here. Here's Hood. Here's Favors, and he gets it to go. And the Jazz lead by 15.
And guys, that kind of sums it up right there. I mean, one team getting after it, hustling the rebounds, the putbacks. The other team just a step slow.
Here's Cannon. Embiid the screen. Cannon dishes to Embiid. Pocket 4. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ish Smith.
That's his first personal foul.
And Favors kicks to Mack. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Here's Cannon. Goes up at the stripe. And it's Okafor missing.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position. You could see the frustration on his face.
Hayward from outside. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half. Still bageled in the second. He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And guys, Shelvin Mack, strong, good jump shot. More importantly, knows his role. Hasn't started that many games in his career, but maximizes his minutes when he's on the floor.
Getting back to Shelvin Mack, he plays smart, values the basketball. Clark doesn't have tremendous vision, but stays composed and makes the solid play.
Yeah, very reliable rotational player for you as a combo guard. Bulls his way around the court. He can knock opponents off balance with that size, and he's a good shot maker, too.
5 to shoot, and Embiid throws it down.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
Almost a backboard breaker.
The 76ers trail by 15. Here's Covington. The shot no good. Hayward with some nice D. Pass to Matt. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Here's Cannon. He kicks to Smith. To the left side wing. Cannon, the pass to Covington. Picked by Okafor. Here's Cannon. 4-3, Covington. The shot no good. And Utah the other way now. Hayward kicks to Hood. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hood's got 7 points for the quarter.
And this collapse we've seen by their interior defense, it's really the reason why they've struggled and are in such a hole.
Cannon from long range. Utah with the rebound.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And that'll be Utah as it goes out of bounds. Jazz retain possession. Dante Exum, he's checked in for Shelvin Mack. Three-pointer. Here's Gobert. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Checking out the game Rudy Gobert is having. 11 rebounds and 8 blocks. He's getting it done, making plays by setting up his teammates and grabbing some nice boards, too.
And also, how about the intangibles? All the little things that he's done. That's also really important.
The 76ers trail by 21. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Utah has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Exum kicks to Hayward. Dishes it to Favors. 6 to shoot, and it's Exum in the corner. Here's Hood, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Cannon's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Okafor. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. 8 points for Jahlil Okafor. So it's the Jazz now. Now here's Exum. He's feeling it. Can't get it to go. Excellent defense there from Smith. Pass to Embiid. Smith kicks to Okafor. Embiid the screen. And the officials call a traveling violation.
The second half hasn't gone nearly as well for him. He'd only had 1 before the break in terms of turnovers, but that number's growing as this game progresses.
Hood kicks to Favors. Puts it up from 15. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Covington's got his 5th rebound in this one. Smith dishes to Covington. Good on the 3-point shot. Covington's got 13 points in the second half.
This quarter has brought out the best in him, fellas. Even though they're still trailing, he's been impossible to contain.
Exum passes to Hayward. There's the 3. Okafor grabs the miss.
Boy, most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
Here's Smith. Philadelphia moving the ball around. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Check out the stats for Okafor. 8 rebounds and the 2 nice steals as well. He's had great awareness out there, exploiting those passing lanes and coming up with steals.
And Clark, it's as if he's been a step ahead of everyone else out there today.
The 76ers might have dodged having the worst record in the league last season, but they didn't dodge having the worst road record last year, Clark.
They could not dodge that one, Kevin. Just 6 wins on the road, but that was pretty much expected considering the youth and inexperience of this team.
Cannon kicks to Covington. Another miss by Philadelphia. Jazz leading by 15. Exum with a wide open look. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Covington dishes to Embiid. Pass to Cannon. Smith kicks to Okafor. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
No good on the free throw.
At the line for the Jazz, Jahlil Okafor. Taking 2 shots.
He hits the second from the line.
Boy, he'd sure like to have that miss back. Hard to chip away at a lead when you're leaving freebies at the line.
Here's Exum. Nailed from 3-point land. Exum's got 11 in the second half.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Utah.
Clark, their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Well, they were disciplined and focused, I thought, all game long, Kevin. Excellent defense around the rim.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Exum. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Here's Ingles. Fires the 3. No good. Burks covering. And the pass to Stauskas. At the top of the key, Landry. Rebound, Utah. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Nato offline with his 3. And here are the 76ers now. 17-point game. Landry passes to Thompson. From 12 feet out, and that's good for 2.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And he gets it to go.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And this run not really doing them any good at this point, as late as it's starting to evolve.
Yeah, but kudos to him, Greg. I mean, the fight they're showing now, you got to give them credit for that. Would have been really easy to pack it in.
Beyond the arc, it's off. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right for them.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's...
Well, Derek, first off, congratulations on a very well-played game. It looked like you were having a ton of fun out there.
Oh, it's fun, man. It's always fun to win. I'm just coming out here playing my game, rebound and defense, that's my game. And coach trusts me, so I couldn't let him down.
Know your role. It's always good advice, Derek. Thanks for the time. Guys, over to you.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thanks, Kevin, and let's take a look now as we get... He put up a new season high tonight, and if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over, he might top it. A big key to his team's victory here.
Just an amazing...
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille